It was a blast, the annual Round the Island race, conducted by the Island Sailing Club in Cowes, Isle of Wight. Our first report is from the action at St. Catherine's Point, where the waves were epic. This is your weekly Global Sailing Highlights show, The World on Water, June 21, 2024. Extreme conditions severely depleted the fleet of the 2024 Round the Island race, with hundreds of boats opting not to compete or retiring in 50-knot winds. Competitors in today's 2024 Round the Island race, an annual 50-mile circumnavigation of the Isle of Wight, faced one of the most severe conditions in years, with gusts of over 50 knots recorded at the Needles, the westernmost point of the course. The Round the Island race traditionally attracts one of the largest fleets of any yacht race, and this year saw 939 boats originally entered. However, today's extreme conditions have severely depleted both the number of starters and finishers, and just 153 yachts completed the race, with 418 retiring.
Safety, we get great support from all the lifeboats and all the coast guards and everybody else, but we still have a duty to manage it as best we can.
Strong wind means lovely sailing, doesn't it? But this is a race for everybody. And some people who go racing come here possibly for the first time, possibly on the second or third, and previous races they've had a cracking time and it's been fairly benign. But wind brings its own problems, not just in the sense of the amount of power in the sails and the control of the boat, but of course that affects the sea state.
The forecast is always important for this race, isn't it? But when we're looking at winds as high as they are going to be for the race, the forecast winds, then everybody's really paying attention, because they've got to keep safe and they've got to be aware of the risks that the wind and the weather could bring during the race.
So, windy day tomorrow.
Let's start at the expected climate you're going to see. So our top.
of a classic. Around the island there's either plenty of wind or no wind, isn't there? And it was one of those days where there's plenty of wind. Special for me today to be exactly 40 years since I won it in a little boat called Odd Job, which was originally built for Jack Knight, who lived on the island. So yeah, interesting, good day.
With 2 wins from 2 light airs races, Doug Devoe's Quantum Racing powered by American Magic crew made the best possible start to the 52 Super Series first ever races to be hosted by their home yacht club, the New York Yacht Club. The 5-time series champions, now led by tactician Victor Diaz de Leon with Harry Melger's 4 steering, laid down a marker by winning race 1 from the start line and then passing race 2 early leader Gladiator on the second round to establish a clear overall lead after the first day of the XS52 Super Series Newport Trophy Regatta.
It's day 3 here at the XS52 Super Series Newport Trophy, hosted by the beautiful New York Yacht Club. We've been up there a few times for various different functions, notably Owner's Dinner on the second night, hosted by Austin Fragaman from the Interlodge team. Meantime, we're going on the water. Good forecast at the top of the table. Well, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic have stepped clear after yesterday, but can anybody pull them back?
Well, the racing's been going very well for the guys on the water. You know, it's exciting to see the development of the younger generation of sailors. You know, it's a great lead into the second half of this regatta.
So short delay to the start of race 5, and breeze came in at 215 degrees, about 6-7 knots on the start line. Quite a streaky, patchy breeze nonetheless. Coming off the start line at the pin end of the line will Vayu lead going up the first beat. A good start from Quantum, lined up alongside Platoon. Platoon get better upwind. Bounce Quantum out to the right, and around the top mark it's a lead for Vayu with Interlodge round in second, Platoon in third, and that's very much the order all the way around the course. And so Vayu win for the second time at this regatta, Interlodge through in second, Platoon in third, and Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, the regatta leaders, down in 8th. But race 6 starts in 12 knots of breeze. Once again, it's races 1 off the pin end of the line. This time it's Gladiator going to get the best start. Vayu in on the pin as well, but not quite able to get the timing and end up slightly to leeward of Gladiator. Round the top mark, well, Gladiator with a good lead. Vayu very tight on ley line along with Quantum Racing. Platoon not far behind. Vayu jibe off early and lose out, and so Gladiator lead all the way round. Technical problem in the middle of the race for Platoon, who hit something with the rudder and have to leave the race course, but through the finish line it's a win for Gladiator. Second place for Quantum Racing powered by American Magic. Third are Allegra, and in fourth Vayu. Keep the pressure on the regatta leaders, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic.
Yeah, it feels like we're improving as a team and working well together. The chemistry is good. We had a tough first race, but we rallied for the second one and finished strong.
Our goal is top fours every race, and if we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
I think we're trying to keep things simple and out of trouble, and it's working for us. We've been a little bit lucky and also good, so enjoying the moment. Let's hope to finish like this.
We have a new boat, we are learning. Today was a good day for us, coming back. We could be on the podium third. So maybe both of the day, and suddenly we come back with this kind of result, so not very nice.
So after 6 races, leaders are Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on 17 points, second Vayu on 20 points, third Gladiator Tony Langley on 32 points. So rolling through the midpoint of the regatta with 2 good races today. Quantum Racing still on top, Vayu in contention, pretty solid day for them all in all. Very difficult situation for Platoon, hitting something in the second race after the third in the first race. That's really tough for them. We now have a little bit of a lay day for the clubs around the island race. We'll be back on Saturday and Sunday. We'll join you then.
After 8 days of crossing the Atlantic, the crew of the Maxi Bank Populaire 11 succeeded in their mission to reach Guadeloupe with the Olympic Flame of Paris 2024. Returned to this moving arrival with an extraordinary welcome from the Guadeloupeans reserved for the entire crew and in particular for Marie-José Perec, first bearer of the flame on her native island. Low cloud and a touch of drizzle made for a very atmospheric day in Silvaplana. With the wind not filling in until 2 p.m., there was sadly no time to run the highly anticipated golden ticket long-distance race. This meant that Repschlager, Germany, and Jeremiah McDonald, New Zealand, could keep their 10th place spots and thus progress into the semi-finals. As the light wind filled in, the racing was incredibly exciting, with critical importance of staying in the pressure and making no mistakes. Executing this to perfection were our two new European champions, Mathis Gaillard, France, and Maddalena Spanu, Italy.
What a day with an incredible finale. The European champions have been crowned. We had a bit of a slower start to the day as the wind took its time to settle in. This meant, unfortunately, we ran out of time to run the gold ticket long distance race, and so New Zealand's Jeremiah McDonald and Germany's Julia Repschlager retained their 10th positions and made it into the semis. After an exciting semi-finals, it was Alessandro Tomasi and Bastien Estepé who progressed to the men's final, where France's Mathis Gaillard won the race to claim the European title. In the women's, there was a hard fight to claim the spots in the final, with Spain's Izette Segura and Hong Kong's Charlie Yan each winning races. Ultimately, it was newcomer Anaïs Desjardins and Hong Kong's Hailey Chan who won the battle to progress into the final, where Italy's Maddalena Spanu won the race to claim her title as European champion. So that's a wrap here in Silvaplana. See you in China for the next stop of the World Cup.
Team Vayu, the Woodcraft family crew from Thailand, kept their nerves and seized every opportunity they could to win the XS52 Super Series Newport Trophy today at the end of two dramatic last races contested in light winds off Newport, Rhode Island. It is a powerful statement result for the crew, which finished 10th from 10 in Palma in May. With young Don Woodcraft steering, Palma Mallorca ace Manavila stepping in as tactician along with Wales Will Best in as substitute navigator, Vayu overturned the 3 points deficit that they had behind Quantum Racing powered by American Magic going into today to lift the top trophy by 2 points ahead of Tony Langley's Gladiator.
The final day here in Newport will Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, go on the water with a 3 points lead. Now, of course, last season they came close to winning regattas but did not manage to close out on the final day.
Yeah, we're feeling good, getting the boat set up for the conditions, and we're ready to go as soon as they put up the flags.
Meantime, Vayu also know what it's like to finish on the podium. They finished third in Scarlino. They have a lead of 12 points over third.
Our mood's good, everyone's pretty happy. We're all sort of keen just to go out and race. We're loving Newport so far.
It's a light wind day in prospect. Certainly an initial AP is up, and let's see what happens today. So race 7 starts in a very light breeze. Platoon get the best start off the middle of the line. Meantime, Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, are over the line early and have to recross and end up being 10th up the first beat. Round the top mark then, Platoon leading, Gladiator second, Interlodge in third, Vayu then leading the regatta at that point, all the way down through the leeward gate. But in the second upwind, there's a little bit of a shift out on the right. Phoenix gain on that shift, so do Allegra. Vayu drop down to 6th, and through the finish line it's a win for Platoon, and it's super close, with Vayu just getting through only ahead of Sled and Allegra. That keeps them leading the regatta, with Quantum Racing powered by American Magic in 9th. So going into the final race, well, Vayu leading on 25 points, 1 point up in Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, and Gladiator on 34 points, 8 points behind Quantum. So in the final race, Gladiator make a good start along with Allegra. Vayu are okay in 6th, round the top mark, but Quantum Racing deep in 9th. Down the first run, well, it's still Gladiator leading with Allegra and Paprec. Vayu and Quantum are closed up, and it's very even for the overall standings, and it all goes down to the final run. So at the top mark, the regatta title is in the hands of Quantum Racing, Gladiator leading, and through the finish line, well, Vayu just get round inside Platoon, and the regatta title goes to Vayu. Quantum Racing end up in 10th.
Well, I mean, it just absolutely blows us away. Totally amazed. I got to say, we didn't expect to be first today. It's just fantastic. It shows hard work, never give up, always works and always pays off.
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, can't get any better than this. The finish was so exciting, and so until the last meter that we're super excited with this, super happy.
We only missed the regatta win by 2 points. That's all good. I mean, we had a very good last day. We had a good result on the week, and we are in a good position overall, so obviously we are satisfied and happy.
It was a very tough day for us. Gonna revise the mistakes that we made and the weaknesses, and try to come back stronger.
So the final standings for the XS52 Super Series Newport Rhode Island Trophy, it's Vayu winning on 33 points, second are Gladiator on 35 points, and third Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on 36. And the 2024 circuit standings after 2 regattas, that's Palma and Newport. Leaders are Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on 63 points, second Gladiator on 72, and Sled on 75 points are third. But what a dramatic final day here in Newport. The family team from Thailand, the Whitcrafts, coming out on top on Father's Day. Gladiator getting an excellent second place, winning the last race, and Quantum Racing powered by American Magic learning that they have to deliver under pressure.
The Island Sailing Club is proud to have organized the globally renowned Round the Island race for over 90 years. The annual Round the Island race is something of a unique event in the sporting calendar and is the 4th largest mass participation event in the UK, after the London Marathon, Great North and South runs. It's rare to find a sporting occasion that encourages enthusiastic amateurs to compete against the elite pros and Olympians of a sport, all on an equal footing and around the same racecourse.
It was certainly a race to remember, with crews battling the heavy conditions, especially around the Needles and the reach to St. Catherine's Point. Race director Dave Atkinson said, "This race was a challenge for both the competitors and the race team at the Island Sailing Club, with the safety and well-being of the crews being the main priority. We would like to thank the RNLI, independent lifeboats and Coast Guard teams for their assistance and cooperation before and during the race on Saturday. Despite the challenging conditions, we only had 9 incidents connected to the race, which is less than previous years. This shows the seamanship of the crews and the correct decision-making that went into undertaking of the race." Race Safety Officer and Station Manager at COWS RNLI, Mark Southwell said, "The sailors who competed made the right call and had a challenging but no doubt enjoyable race they'll remember. Those who cancelled or retired as they sensed conditions approaching the Needles also made the right decision. Sailing is a safe sport undertaken by responsible individuals who are more than capable of weighing up wind, sea state, boat and gear condition and crew experience and ability, and then deciding whether it is right to put to sea or continue to race. Yesterday was a good day for safety at sea. This is a race for everyone and everyone made the right call. We thank you for that. The battle for the coveted gold Roman bull was won by Peter Morton and his crew on TP52, Notorious, who also won the Observer Trophy for Monohull Line honours. Local Cows resident Peter Morton, owner and skipper of Notorious, said, "This is one of the world's greatest races and every year I look forward to it. I've not had the boat that long, but I've competed in Round the Island race many times over the last 50 years in various boats I've owned. Yesterday was special and the toughest one I've done. It's 40 years ago since I won the gold Roman bull on a little 25-feet boat called Odd Job, which was the smallest boat in the fleet, so this year was very special for me." The first boat to cross the finish line was the multi-hull Highland Fling 18, which completed the race in 3 hours, 39 minutes and 5 seconds, and wins the Freedom Challenge Bull. Irvin Laidlaw, owner and helm of Highland Fling 18, said, "It was the first event for us in 2024 and we've travelled over 3,000 miles from Palma to be here, but it's worth it. I thoroughly enjoyed the race. It is such a great race and I like the fact we go around an island with the start and finish in the same place. It's rather satisfying."